One.
Hi, everyone. How are you, Trading Warrior brothers and sisters, doing today? Here we are again, Mike and Dale, hanging out together, and we're going to be talking about quite a bit. I just want to cover a few things, Mike, before I move on to you. Great to be able to talk to you. I want to ask you, if you see some nice shorting opportunities setting up on strength, but I think that what happened last Friday was significant in the dollar, and we know the market doesn't want to see a strong dollar, could ignore it for a while. But this weekly candle was pretty powerful.
Right.
And the thing about the dollar is I was looking for one more wash, maybe under par. And so I think it's left a lot of people off sides. And even I feel skeptical about wanting to buy the dollar here. So I'm sure, and I was looking for it. So I'm sure most people to be very unembraced rally that I think could go all the way to 110. Okay, so I'm looking for a pretty big move in the dollar, at least to take out this high. So that kind of ties in with what's happening here in TLT. Looks like it's breaking down on the weekly and daily, Mike, and
We've been, right.
Yeah,
We've been talking about that was your one to watch for the past
it's very important. Unless they turn it, it's not a contrarian position. We have record net shorts in treasuries vis-a-vis the COT.
Right. No.
COT. So, I mean, the whole world's short. In fact, they only want to buy 1 month bills right now. They don't even want 3-month T-bills, which I think I've never heard of in my whole career.
That says it right. Literally says it right there.
Never. Copper still continues to weaken. I guess the news out of China was not stellar on their industrial production. It was about half of what the market was looking for. So metals remain under pressure. Gold is hanging on by a thread right here at this 2000 level.
They're not taking sweeps anymore either, Coach, which was on pullbacks they usually were.
Yeah, that's because they'll probably wait for 1920. So basically what I see are higher yields, higher dollar, and the markets, I have to hand it to them, they're handling it pretty good. I have what's called a diamond formation in the S&P, and
I haven't heard that for a while.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about them, Mike. I think
I don't either, but
rare.
I know they're powerful,
and they're rare. I think very rare, unless it's a cubic zirconium, and then it'll break out to the upside.
Well, you can ask my wife about that because she has her wedding ring is made of cubic.
Okay,
she knows a lot about that.
No one wants a tractor, buddy.
Up here? Oh, no, nobody wants a Home Depot. Look at Home Depot.
Yeah, Home Depot. Okay, so basically that's what I'm showing. If you bought the Apple earnings, your BE, we're back inside the wedge. If Apple starts getting under 169, it'll end up back in this formation.
No question.
That's a key.
It actually became a safe haven to be crowded.
Yeah.
Over like a course of a week or 2 weeks, if you will.
Yeah, but not making any other. This was earnings.
No, the other ones, the other megas are. This isn't.
Yeah, well, Microsoft, and Google's acting good. So I looked at your screen before I came on, what you were showing in the room, and I saw mainly red, except for the mega cap.
That's
tech.
Correct.
Is that the way you still see the board?
Or anything that generates from ChatGPT. Buy a stock within the last 10 minutes with a relative strength of 90 or something with volume. And it keeps resetting and they keep doing it. And for example, it's a Shopify. I saw that. It's a Google. It's a, the stocks that have been acting very well, that they could actually take advantage of people still being off sides.
But they're Mays.
Yes.
Okay. So, they're looking to get paid within a week or two.
Or a day. So, and I want to bring something up about these zero. Yeah.
So there's no conviction. They're not going out and buying, September calls and anything, are they?
No. In the matter of fact, the only ones that they backed up were stocks like AMD and Google and the VI.
Okay.
They're not backing up these stocks that are having these 3-day pops like AI. They're not backing these stocks like they're not the stocks that are bouncing like an Asan. They're not. It's yet to be determined, Coach. Like I said, some things are developing as we speak, breaking out of patterns. I'll get to my screen in a second. That
Okay.
you know,
Semis are strong. Have had a nice little pop. I mean, if the market's bullish, you're going to go to like 135. But if the market isn't, look left and look at where we are now.
I see. No,
This
that
could
red
be
can, that red, yeah, that red action, yeah, that red guy,
yeah. So this could be a left
that red doji.
shoulder. This could be a head, and we have some type of right shoulder developing here and a
It could be
breakdown
because they're
under.
not all participating together.
Yeah. Okay.
MU's actually just came alive a couple of days. It's AMD and Nvidia, but stocks like ON Semiconductor, well, like Owens, AEHR, AMAT's not acting. They all have a little bit of a hangover. I'll get to it in a second if you want to finish
Yeah, I
the
do.
macro picture because that's most important.
So
Newmont bought somebody for what was it 14 billion?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have a hangover for a little bit because that usually happens with Newmont. They have a hangover. They buy
Well,
a
they
lot of
just
companies.
bought somebody.
Yeah.
GDX to me measures 31 to 30. So that's not that far away. And we'll
That's
see.
not
I
good.
mean,
That's not
they're
good.
acting better than the silver shares. Look at the silver juniors.
Yeah.
They're ugly, right? Look at
Wow.
this.
Yeah.
This one was a star. Now, now only a footprint on Hollywood Boulevard. This one is acting pretty good.
I never got
Pulled
that
back.
311.
Yeah. Anyway, silver shares acting weaker than gold shares. I got to give the dollar the benefit of the doubt. This
Right.
is what I've tweeted out here, and I'm going to turn it over to you. And the pound is weak, failed from 125. If you want to take a longer look at cable, which led the way up, we could retrace quite a bit. So if this was the whole wave from the crisis they had last fall to we're peaking here, we could see 112 cable. We could see 101 euro. And that could just be a big correction from the lows. So I'm rip your face off, bear market rally in the dollar, and maybe it's because of what's happening in Washington. We'll see. And it's also, you could justify it by rates. Last week, ECB raised rates, BOE raised rates, and the dollar rallied in the face of rate hikes in from European central banks.
Was that
That's
a
a
buy the
pretty
rumor,
bullish
sell the
sign.
news?
No, because we're following through.
Right. Well, okay. So at least it's
Yeah.
follow through somewhere.
Yeah.
That's good.
This could be an important turn in the dollar, which I think eventually is going to mean some risk off. I'm wrong over 4,200 in the S&Ps. They're trying to hold. We'll see if they could do the 4,200 thing. NASDAQ's unbelievable. It's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater.
It's still, by the way, I still think it is.
Yeah,
I
it
have,
could
I
be.
have listen, I have AMD, Microsoft was a buy, but Microsoft, a good position.
Remember that guy told you that was talking about how put volume had dried up in the triple Qs since January, down
Yes, I do.
75%?
Yes, I do.
All right. He was looking for 335 in triple Qs, which is still another 7 points. I know some people that were looking for 330. So look at what NASDAQ's doing, how strong it's been. So you tell me, with NASDAQ being this strong, why is Apple doing nothing? It looks like it's on the verge of a peak. So, that's one of the signs I'm going to look for this topping process in S&Ps, and it's not happening yet for sure. It's going to be NASDAQ has led on the way up with more relative strength. Apple led NASDAQ. So I'm looking for a time where Apple doesn't follow NASDAQ. That's starting to happen. And then I'm looking for a time when NASDAQ starts trading weaker than the SPOOs.
Well,
We'll see.
Well, that is the question. Let me get to what I wanted.
I'm going to give you the charts now, buddy.
And it's really about it's really what everybody's hold on a second. Share. Hold on, I gotta blow this thing up. Share screen.
You know my view on the debt ceiling, right? It's a little political, but you know
No,
my view.
yes, I usually over the weekend I get a lot of your political views on your Twitter feed.
Okay.
No, you tweet a lot during the weekend about political
I do.
views, especially
I do.
Charlie. I know where you stand.
Yeah.
I happen to. You and I think similarly. Let's not go. We think similarly, but
Okay.
on our. So let's get
All
to
right.
this. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the underlying question, and just wanted to point out one thing. And I correspond with them every once in a while. Airbnb ripping is this, and somebody was pointing about a trade, and it was replies, it was notifications right here. Cashwick, he's a good guy, 75,000 followers, sharp dude, and I know he was in this trade net going for the gap, but I wanted to let him know this, and then because it's happened to me a couple of times, and I tweeted him, and I didn't want to be step out of my lane. I said one of the most helpful things that anybody can learn is to give up trying to catch the last of the first eighth. You keep reminding me of that. So he was trying to catch the gap in net, which was very really positive, and trying to stretch it. I'm not going to look at it now because I'll get diverted to it, because I want to say to look at my quotes because I'm looking at TradeGATEHub and in my feed here. But I want everybody to know that, because just they can turn very quickly. And another thing is, and I followed it. I'm watching it. The liquidity dries up. Then I'm going to be working a little bit harder than I'd like to. Is that you can't you have to be aware of really of what's going on.
People think gaps always have to be filled. A recent example was Coin never filled it.
No,
It went halfway into it, and that was more bearish than if it filled it.
It's first level thinking that very rarely pans out in a non-trending market, and especially net was going against the grade. So that's what I just wanted to tell him, and he actually, he's a good dude. He liked it, so and he should like it. But I'm saying that, you got to watch out. You know what? It's more know your style. I'm getting off track. Let me get into what's really happening, and this is paraphrasing what you've said several times, is this a couple of reasons, and or Helene had said it about Tony Dwyer, who's the analyst, I believe. I forget where he is. Good analyst.
Oh yeah, I think he was on CNBC yesterday.
This is pretty well. This is sentiment. They are hesitant to get optimistic, given the macro backdrop. I'm hesitant because of the macro backdrop. An increasing likelihood of recession. Everybody's nervous to be overly negative, underfunded, given the damage that has already been done underneath the surface of the S&P. Now, it's doing the same thing today. I'm going to go to my screen in a second as the NASDAQ holds up. But there's never been more diversified market than there is now.
Bifurcated.
Correct. That was the real correct, the real statement. And this is
I know what you're saying.
Right here. The poor breadth of the market is very concerning. Varmatic smart guy. I could paraphrase it myself. It's basically saying what I'm thinking. I was just getting to the point instead of me typing. I'm trying to ascertain whether a narrow-led new uptrend in a handful of tech names, which we all discussed, and you showed several charts of them, is emblematic of a risky, poor foundation that will imminently fail. And it's evidenced today by Home Depot, stocks like SE, Hog. You could look at a lot of these macro stocks across the board that are getting hurt. Dow Chemical, DuPont. Bottom line is, or will these tech stocks be the building blocks? I'm not saying for the next 3-5 year bull market, but maybe it'll get us through the summer until the next earnings cycle will come. Maybe more positive Fed speak. So just like your diamond formation that you don't really see that often, nor do I. I'm aware of it. The TLT breaking out of that pattern, your dollar situation. Let's go to right here to what my screen. I'll go to it. Was my share. New share. Hold on. I apologize.
Do you think that these mega caps, Mike, could be great shorts because they're going to be a source of funds for people during the decline if they want to hold on to other things? That they may sell some Apple to do that, or
I think they already. Listen, I'm sorry, you're interrupting.
No, that's all right.
I think they already did. I
Okay.
think mom and pop and his own Disney, this is a 2-year chart from 210 sitting at 90, have already sold. So that I think they're already out. I don't
Okay.
think, I think they
That
most,
is one ugly chart.
oh,
That's going to
okay,
take
okay,
out
Disney,
its January
Disney,
lows.
Home Depot,
Well,
General
that's
Motors,
trying. That's ugly.
Whirlpool, everything,
Ugly.
everything economic, Nike's even
Wow.
Exxon Mobil, Citibank.
That's a breakdown. That's
So,
still ugly.
I mean, are you
Yeah.
going to hold? That's the question. So the level here is going to be predicated upon these S&P levels, because like I said here, going back to TradeGATEHub, if I can share again, and this is really the statement, and I don't mind being late. It's this. I might have put it a little bit.
I just want to mention while we're on
If
the
the
air.
market cannot break the size of the move with if the market cannot break the size of the move after this large compression,
Right.
it'll just move. Everybody thought that move was it'll just flip the other way. And you
Or
know what?
maybe it
They
could
will.
whip.
Well, they will. And you know what? Don't look for Home Depot to bounce and then say, whoa, Home Depot's, since they're selling Microsoft, I'm going to flip and reverse and buy Home Depot. They'll keep going down. Home Depot will not be on sale if the mega caps go down and turn. Everything will start to be on sale, coach, because they're also broken technically. And then things are programmed not to even touch things below the 200-day, 10-day, 8-day, because there's so much overhead supply. So,
Great point.
we have to watch this range, that diamond formation, this whatever levels that I'm posting.
Well, to me, it's like 40-40 in the S&Ps. Those two lows that held the last 3 weeks, 40-40 on the SPOOs.
Well, that's
Closes
fair.
under that are definitely a sign there's a problem in River City. See those two red candles?
Yes, I do, right here.
There you
And
go.
this is when I
Underneath
start.
that, there's a problem.
This is when, and these two red candles will go back to the end of March, beginning of April, is when I actually didn't get stubborn on my short side. These were stock like wind that were candles. A lot of stocks look.
That's going under 90.
Even Nevada looked poor with the candle breaking down. So, thank God it didn't.
That's still diverging. It's still diverging. There's
AMD's
another
over
3
100.
drive. 1, 2, 3 right there in the video.
There's AMD. We're in it, but thank God a minute.
Yeah,
I feel
that
embarrassed.
looks good. That's
So,
been a powerful rally from
here's the
80.
main
I'm
screen.
impressed.
I mean, you still have Chevron. I mean, Chevron's not going to. I mean, a little.
What's your best short idea?
I would say Hod. I mean, it's down a lot. Harley Davidson down with General Motors. It's one of another one. Where is it? ATI is still acting on shorter from 38. It's still 30. It's going to break. But listen, I don't have anything sexy. I'm not sure. I'm not, as you can see, I'm never an index shorter guy. I believe in flipping coins. I just, individual stocks. So
best longs.
Best long. IONQ. Like it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm in. What am I in? It doesn't have to.
What you're in, you like.
Yeah.
Even if it's not working right away.
Here are my best longs.
Or you wouldn't be in it anymore.
CRM, Microsoft, Asan, CRISPR. Those are my biggest longs. NU, and NU is another one.
MU, you're in Micron?
Yes, I am. And NU, Nancy Onion. NU. Here's another one emblematic. ONON. They sold SE. SE could have very easily.
Boy, that was a tough close to know you were going to get whacked.
This could very easily open, and I've seen it. Trust me, it's got it in it, right? And you know what? That just now it's back in the doghouse. One move, one day. Another one. Which what was I using? SE. What was up here? GDC. They're still taking. Stocks are moving. Coach, even for the active trader. OMH. This time yesterday was 52. Now it's 11 with volume.
How does that happen?
Well, because it's short squeeze. People get. Yeah. I'm saying and it's not the reason why Square.
Boy, what a short that was.
PayPal. Airbnb. PayPal is still taking down coin. There's your coin.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's just it's one day away from pulling a Home Depot down here. That's you know what I mean. It just feels like it. You know what I mean, Coach?
Yeah. We were on to that one.
You pointed out. I actually did act on it. Caterpillar. There's Cat's one day away from doing this.
Yeah.
Boom. As you said, they're not
Home
buying
Depot's
crap.
trying to turn, but that's ugly. Yeah, Deere's ugly.
Home Depot's
All,
trying to turn. I get it, but you know
yeah,
what? I know that the majority of people that bought it for day trade are going to sell it, and I don't know. I mean, I don't. What's good? You have 4 moving averages. Let's go to the weekly. You're better at this than I am. Right here, it's over. You know what I mean? Sell it. You
yeah,
have it. I would sell it from
yeah,
today.
yeah. Sell the pop.
It didn't even break the opening high. It's probably got. This is what I look at if I would look at it. And line study trend line. I look at today's the high of the range right here. If it doesn't
Yeah,
go above this
yeah.
385, which is a nice strike price, you're out.
385.
Probably goes
Yeah,
back to 380. I don't know.
280. Yeah,
280, I'm sorry.
it's all right.
But the move's over. It's more macro. The move's like I said, this right here is retail. This was probably, more fun replacing. Now it's lunchtime. It's over until either until one of the 20 Fed speakers today said something different, or elsewise it's over until the close, or the rest of the week, at least in my.
Or I think they've already come out of the meetings and Yellen said it didn't go well between McCarthy and Biden. I'm not sure. Give me the symbol for your best short again, Mike.
Well, I had Hog.
Hog. Okay.
Yeah.
And the symbol for your high conviction long.
My IONQ. NU.
IONQ.
NUMU. I'm
Okay.
actually going to go into Western Digital soon.
Okay. All right.
And I
So
sold a lot, Coach. I mean, I had some good, some good stocks on this move.
yeah,
I still
I
have
know.
I still have some CRISPR. I mean, I pieced that. I remember saying I'm selling it at what, 62? Actually went to 70, but this is where I'm going to buy it back soon. But you know what? I knew when I would sell it because the rest of them didn't go. Nutella didn't go as nearly as much as it should.
So even these stocks it's becoming narrower.
They're taking the best up, and even they're by what is the by what? What was the word you used?
Bifurcation.
Bifurcation in sectors.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's getting narrower even within sectors.
Correct.
Where you'd have the whole sector going, and now it's just a handful.
And
That's not a healthy sign. Like that guy you showed earlier talking about the breadth and it all being in the mega cap.
Target's
tech,
up, Walmart's down. Run, remember this Run? This should have been my favorite one. Run, the California Solar Company. We've discussed this.
Yeah.
When it was going, and it's 15, it's over. This is and it's over. It's over. That's what happens when you buy worst of breeds. Devin,
yeah.
I was praying. I'm being exaggerated. Well, actually, you know what? I wasn't praying. I don't use it for that. I got out of this. Actually, I started buying it right at the gap.
You're showing Flow Jesus right now.
Well, I am.
You're showing Twitter. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, Devin sold it bought it right here. Got rid. I said I'm in trouble here. Then I looked at the weekly, and then I said, "Oh man, I'm in." So,
yeah.
I'm tactically moving. I don't have any conviction in anything to put my MU. They're taking sweeps. Western Digital. Look at that. Calls going into June. Not bad. PayPal. Well, that's breaking several year lows. PayPal June calls. PayPal trip bearish. Airbnb calls. And you want to know why? It's acting very well. It was acting very well today. Airbnb. This is what happens when you take option flow. The stock. Yeah. Look, the stock that's that's why for short term sweepers, option flow works. I mean, you got to be with the flow in step to a degree. But if that's your style, these pay still. So I'll leave it there, Coach. I guess you know what I mean. It's a Tuesday. Let me go back to TradeGATEHub and list the Fed speakers or any economic data that's going to have any pin action. I posted my universe. Here's a list of Fed speak. Everybody should have gone through this already. If you didn't, go through the red YouTube button. If not, you know what I mean. You're a late riser, and maybe you trade the close more than the open. But here's the Fed speak today.
Yeah.
12:15. We have somebody coming up. 3:15. Economic data not slowing down. I'll post the earnings. There's Goldman Sachs insights. You should be watching Coach's video back at 9:30, as well as watching this one again if you missed it. So I'll leave it there, Coach. Just be tactical. Be tactical.
In the room, we have people helping each other in the room. That's really cool. Sharing how they trade. teaching, community supporting. So, it was mainly you, and now, Paul's in there.
Paul's in there,
And,
Gerard Gold, Lewis,
yeah.
TJ's
So,
in there. Job is on the
yeah, Lewis,
submarine somewhere, wherever he is. But
yeah.
Tim will pop
Joba,
in.
Joba has sour grapes. So he made a comment on a video that he advised people not to do this. It'll ruin your life. It's not healthy. Go out and just enjoy your life and don't trade.
Is that so?
That is so. Yeah, I forgot how a month or so ago, that was his comment on a video. So, that's how a lot of people feel. There's no law that you have to
No.
trade.
I just,
If it's not for him, I'm glad he found out.
well, you know what I mean? Next.
Anyway, look, you know what? He'll be back. You know why? It's
Misery
like
loves
being in the
company.
mafia.
Misery loves company.
Once a trader, always a trader. I don't
He's
care
not
what
a
else you
trader, coach.
do.
I wouldn't
You
let him
know?
listen. I wouldn't let him back in the room. The last stock he gave me was telling me to buy Mullen.
Yeah.
I said, Mullen, what am I going to do with Mullen? Buy 4 bazillion. I have to buy 8 million shares of Mullen to make a difference in my life. And
Oh,
by the way,
it's
it was
like a
wrong.
penny.
It was wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Because, I'll tell you, Mike, in my early 20s, I was building a book, and so I needed other income. So I was selling cars, and I was the worst car salesman. You know why? I'd take someone out for a test drive, and I'd show them the gold chart in my chart book
is that
and start
so?
talking about commodities.
Really?
Yeah, because you're an account away from not having to sell cars anymore.
Wow, that's pretty
Anyway,
crafty, coach.
it's funny.
I just called people up. Mr. Jones, I got an idea. Mike Denisi, I got a stock that's going to double. Grab a pen and grab a pen and paper. I'll be brief. Boom.
Yeah.
Mr. Jones, I got a stock that's going to double. Grab a pen. Boom. And somebody would listen. That was it.
I know. Oh God. Well, we endured. Anyway, thank God those days are gone, and glad to be.
Thank God TradeView's here.
Yeah, TGIF. Thank God I found TradeView.
Fed is looking carefully at commercial real estate, PACW puts, Google.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, it's my job to give you the information. I try to not to give an opinion unless asked. That's a trade. That's the desk rule. So I'm just trying to, Coach and I give you information that we think is relevant. I say all the time, comments, questions, complaints, welcome. Apparently, Joba took the latter very seriously, but we'll move on.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
yeah.
The difference between pros and amateurs are pros know how to lose, so they have money left to be right with.
Well,
right. I rest my case.
Cheers. So I'm not going to be on tomorrow. I'll be in New York City, guys, but I will be posting.
What are you doing there? Going to the office?
Well, the pictures that actually, I'm going to start to edify the fact that TradeView Markets is taking a more a blasting social media presence. I will be actually viewing my trip down from the upstate New York down to New York City and more. So you'll see, you have to get on
cool.
TradeView Markets, the Instagram, Twitter, all across the board. Our marketing team is lean and mean, better than ever. You should have noticed that already. Not you, Coach, but you, meaning the general audience. So listen, you want to know what I'm going to be doing? It's going to be documented. As you know, there's no surprises here. So with me, so it'll just be.
I tell you what, it'll probably end up on 60 Minutes.
Well,
that's all I can say.
Yeah, well, you never know. That's why we do it.
Maybe
we will. And I know Tim Fury won't be happy. It won't be happy unless it is. So
yeah, maybe it happens. Something big happens while you're on the train.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mike, good hunting, brother.
You too, Coach.
Have a good day trip or whatever trip into the Big Apple, and remember, be careful with the other apple. And
that's
I'll
true.
see you.
Okay, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Have a plan, and everybody have a good day.
Execute it.
Joba, don't let the door hit you in the ass.